have a little bit of a chickpea show and tell going on here. I'm making a very classic dish from the island of Rhodes called Pitaroudia. It's basically one of several different types of fritters. This particular kind is made with chickpeas. And I've got dried chickpeas right here, which I've left to soak overnight. They've gotten nice and plump. I took them and drained them and cooked them just in plain water till they're nice and soft, but still a little bit al dente, because one of the nicest things about this recipe is the texture. I want it to be a little bit crunchy. I'm gonna take them and carefully empty them into my little food processor here and pulverize this until I get a kind of mealy consistency. That's exactly what we're looking for. We want these patties to be something that you would consider eating both as a main course and as a meze, as a little snack or an appetizer. The next thing that goes in here are some of my onions. I want to blend them all together. I'm just going to tear up some of this fresh mint and get that right into this mixture and pulverize that as well. Pitaroudia is a name given to all sorts of plant-based fritters on the island of Rhodes. I've seen them made with mushrooms, with greens, but definitely the most common and popular are these chickpea pitaroudia. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid to this, and I'm doing that in the form of grated fresh tomato. A little bit of salt, some black pepper, and the spice that pretty much defines the cooking of the southeastern Dodecanese, cumin. I'm going to do the second batch, but I want to empty my food processor first. The rest of the chickpeas, the onion, the mint. I'm gonna get more salt in here, some pepper, cumin, grind this all together, and then add the rest of the tomato. I think we're good. And I'm gonna mix everything together with a little bit of flour until this is firm enough to hold its shape when I make it into a little patty. And I've got a little bit of all-purpose flour right here. I'm just gonna spoon that onto the plate. Spread it out, get a little bit of salt on here, a little bit of black pepper, and get a little bit of flour into here. Now you have to eyeball this a little bit, and I wanna show you the texture. You can almost see little bits of chickpea in this mixture, and that's exactly what we want. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour, and what we're looking for is a firmness that will enable the chickpea mixture to hold its shape when I get it into little patties. I'm gonna mix this by hand. It's a little bit soft and sticky, so I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Okay, there we go. This is what we're looking for. It's a little bit wet, which is fine because that means that the chickpea patties will be nice and moist. And that's kind of a rule of thumb for any sort of patty or fritter. You want it to be soft enough so that it's moist when it's done, but also firm enough to hold its shape. You want kind of a golf ball sized piece. Done here with the mixture for the chickpea pitaroudia. The next step is to dredge these on both sides with flour, heat my oil, and I'm using sunflower oil and a little bit of olive oil for flavor. I just want to dredge the other side. Make sure they're nice and floured. This will give them a nice color and a beautiful crunchy exterior. I'm just going to slip these one by one into the frying pan. Do this carefully so that the oil doesn't splatter. You want to make sure to let them brown on the bottom before you turn them. Don't crowd the frying pan, because that will change the temperature of the oil and they won't fry so well. They'll be a little bit greasy on the inside if the oil's not hot enough. I think the first one is ready to turn. Do this a little bit gently. That's exactly what we want, this beautiful crust. It can even go a little bit darker than that. I'm just gonna turn these one by one, very carefully and gently. They're holding up really well. The first ones are definitely ready. You always want to drain them on paper towels so that they're not greasy. And I'm going to serve them with a quick dip made with Greek yogurt and another really important ingredient from the Dodecanese, tahini, sesame paste. Sesame was actually cultivated for many, many, many years in the Dodecanese. You have to whisk it with a little bit of acid and water to get that smooth paste, which is what we usually think of when we think of tahini. I've got just a little bit of fresh strained lemon juice here and a little bit of water. I want to get this to a nice, thick paste consistency. And right about there, going to add a little bit of salt, garlic, cumin, a little bit of cayenne, that's because I like it, and it goes really well with tahini, and a touch of Greek yogurt. And the combination of tahini and yogurt are really nice together. And a little bit of olive oil to help smoothen out the mix. Okay. Just want to be sure that all the spices are well blended in here. I'm just going to thin this out a little bit, and you can make it as thick or as thin as you like. The longer it sits, it will thicken up. Just want to spoon a little of this dip into my serving plate here. And I like to serve this on flat bread with the delicious tahini sauce. This is super casual food, so don't be afraid to use your hands. Rip a little bit of the lavash by hand. I'm gonna add a little dollop of this nice tahini sauce. Because I like spicy food, just a little bit more cayenne. Let's taste it. There's a lot of really great Eastern Mediterranean flavor in this dish. The cumin and the cayenne are coming in very strongly. The tahini adds this beautiful silky texture to something that's really rustic, the chickpea fritter with that nice texture. The mint adds a nice refreshing note to it. This is a great snack. It's a great midweek meal. It's a nice thing to take to lunch. It's also a very nice thing to nibble on with a little bit of Greek mountain tea. Aegean.